Amazing. You never know when the Lord's going to come from somewhere with something for you. You just don't know. You just don't know when the Lord's going to come through you with something. You don't know. You know. And I was sitting here thinking for the longest time, we need exposure for the company badly. And we get some off different social medias, but I need actual people to see the screen because, as I said before, what this screen does, what this technology does, there is no way to describe it. Camera shows it no justice. Even though it looks amazing on camera, it shows it no justice whatsoever of what it can do. If people see these things in real life, the screens in real life, they're just jaw dropped over it. So I'm thinking about, okay, I need to get an expo. I need to find an expo. I need to find an expo. I need to find an expo. And all these expos we're going to, they want all this money, to uh, do a show off with a table and all this stuff. And we need an expo, especially for ad tech, because ad tech basically has technology designed to make expos look, people sell their stuff at expos look far better. It's designed to do that. And the Lord will bring everything to you in due time. Just got to be patient. You got to wait because He has plans for you. Just got to wait. So we got that break today. So coming in, coming in from taking care of some business, and I had to pick up more glue sticks. So I do want to work on I do want to work on my whatchamacallit again, my forest. Number forest. I'm coming out the day. My village. I'm working on my village today, and I'm praying and asking the Lord. Lord, send us. We can figure out a way how we can get this going and off the ground and to the next level. And we need more exposure. We need a lot more exposure. So I'm in my phone. I'm looking around, and I find it. I found something that can help my company get to the next level, give me a ton of exposure, for plenty enough people to see it. So call the number, talk to a few people down there, and they're interested. They want us to come up. They want us to show the technology to them so they can see it. Now, mind you, everybody's to sign NDAs on this stuff. This stuff don't go anywhere. This stuff stays with me. Because again, this is my ad tech. It doesn't go anywhere. So we explained to them, about this black projection screen paint we make, and how, when you paint this down to a surface, it produces incredible screens. It doesn't require high-end projectors. You can use it in fully lit environments. And usually, like I said, with most screens, what people are dealing with is dark environments, expensive projectors, poor color, dark environments again. That's what most people are dealing with when it comes to dealing with projection screens. And our technology doesn't have that issue at all, period. And then with the ad tech, having the ability to be able to produce amazing images and fully lit environments and then outside and, stuff like that. This is going to get our technology where it needs to go at. So I'm going to be pretty soon scheduling a meeting to meet up so we can give them an idea look at what we're doing and what our company is all about. And this will give me the exposure that I need on so many levels to show off our new technology. This is a blessing. I said, even when you're thinking about something, you're thinking about it, the Lord makes a way. He makes a way. Even when you're thinking about it, the Lord makes a way. He already knows what you need before you need it. Putting their contact number on my phone. This is perfect. I got to do some research on this company. This whole set they had down there. I guarantee you, the only one that has this tech down there. I guarantee that everybody down there who's probably showing us on that trade show using a white projection screen. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. There's a trade show. There's a tech trade show. I can't believe it. We found one. In New York City. There's actually one in New York City that they have, a tech trade show. Well, New York City isn't that far from Allentown. I got friends and family up in New York City, so I can go over there and crash and chill with them and then go to the trade show and set up and from there. Now, when we record any of this on YouTube, no, no, not in a hot second. No, there's no point. There's no point in recording anything that we do on YouTube. Because YouTube, people on YouTube have problems. Yeah, I'm not saying everybody, all y'all have problems. But you know what I'm talking about. There's certain individuals and people that are jealous about what we do that are bothered and bitter about what we do. So, yeah. On top of that, I can see about you televising some stuff on YouTube, but for me, at the end of the day, if you're already out there and you're at a trade show and you're getting that publicity, what do you need publicity from YouTube for if you're already getting the publicity that you need? I mean, I've been on YouTube for quite some time, and the publicity you get from YouTube is okay. It's nice and all, don't get me wrong, we appreciate it. But the publicity of seeing people actually see the screen with their eyes, excuse me, that is going to be absolutely amazing to be able to be on that level, to see people see that technology. That is going to be amazing. So, let me see. A few things I'm going to have to do. Actually, it's pretty easy. We got our equipment. We got literally everything here. We don't need anything else. We got projectors here. We're good on. And screens, which again, you can do portable screen setups, which you can do basically the panel system, or I can do a pull-down screen, right, on a tripod. Most likely on a tripod pull-down screen. Invisible technology, all that stuff. Everything we need at the end of the day. We have a license, like the company's license, so that's good, because you have to have a business license in order to go to a trade show. So we have our license, so we're good. So pretty much we don't need anything else. We're good. We got our equipment. All our stuff is tested, so we're good. We got safety material data sheets on all our technology, so we're good. We don't need anything. I'm going to go to this show, and I'm going to set myself up over there, and I'm going to have thousands of people stare at my technology. I got digital business cards. I can't wait. I'm going to have a ball. Man, if you thought that we was flexing on YouTube, what you see is at a trade show. Oh, we are definitely going to get a chance. Finally, I get a chance to have massive exposure for my product. Massive exposure. And with AdTech's capabilities from the door, AdTech designs technology for advertising companies to sell their advertising better. AdTech also develops technology for trade shows. You got that new table coming out that allows people to turn their tables into TV screens. I'm going to leave it alone. We're already there. We got it. Bam! Ooh, I got some new center. I like that blossom, Hawaii blossom. It smells amazing. Got some more of that. Yeah. That's all we needed. We needed that heavy exposure. We're going to get it. There's about 10, 20, 30,000. Some of them that show. That's the slowest number they said shows up to some of these events. And we have this technology. No one else has this. We're going to clean up in there. Boy, you talking about baseball. You thought we were a beast on YouTube. Wait till you see us out in the open around other people. Oh my goodness. We're a field day in there. Especially with screens running on Halo systems in there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have a field day in there. We literally have technology that markets for everybody else's stuff in a trade show. We're going to bring out that trade show table. We're definitely bringing out AdTech's table. AdTech's, we got this dual glass screen coming up. We're showing that off over there. Man, we got tabletop technology. We got everything you possibly think of. Home theater, ceiling projection, floor projection, hologram technology, interactive technology, rear projection technology. We don't have any ceilings. We're going to blow up over there. Definitely going to blow over there. This is going to be a cakewalk for us. A cakewalk. Man. Hey, I'll invite your lawyers down too to the trade show because that's gonna be embarrassing for you. Oh man, I'm gonna give them tickets. I'm not joking with you. I will literally give your lawyer tickets to come to our trade show. Check out our stuff. I guarantee you drop your case. Guarantee you'll drop it. So I definitely, man, this is going to be fun. We're going to rampage through this place at the end of the day, man. We got so much technology, it's unbelievable. Oh man, we're going to drop the screen under a fish tank and push up a projector mapping image to it. I got to figure we're going to start with first. We got gaming technology. Man, we got a whole down there. This is fantastic. They told me, they said, yeah, we had this, that, and the other. And we told them what we do. They said, oh, we have to see this. Yeah, it's a black projection screen. Of course, we're going to have to see it. So this is what I mean at the end of the day, that when you do those demonstrations in those dark environments and use those high-powered, expensive projectors, you cheat yourself. Because you can't operate in a trade show. Not with a freaking gray screen, you won't. You can't put your contrast in there. Your contrast won't read. So it won't work. That's why I said at the end of the day, these places you just can't go. You can't do it at the end of the day. Oh man. All right, we got to work on AdTech's advertising technology. We get the advertising technology down there first. That's the killer. That's the big boy stuff. We get that down there running, no problem. We're good to go. We already have it. We have it sitting on the desk right now. Can you imagine when we take that thing outside and we fire a projector through that thing that picks up an image? Yeah. See if we can get one next to a window. I need a window next to the screen when we do this one. Definitely need a window. I'm going to see if we can get one with a window. I need a booth with a window. So that way we can put our technology on the window, push a projector right through it. Advertise your company here. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. That's the only thing we needed. It's one thing we're missing. The key area we're missing was to get the technology in an area where we can have people, masses of people seeing it. That's what we needed. We don't need the whatchamacallit anymore. We don't need the well, we're gonna get the warehouse, we need that. But we don't need the whatchamacallit anymore. The showroom, not in an expo. Expo, I mean, people come to expos? Man, there's something to do in there. All right, we get to go buck wild. Now, for those people at the end of the day that think you're gonna, you'll never see this on YouTube, not ever. You know why? Because we don't need to. I don't understand that purpose. I came to that thought many years back when I'm thinking like, why in the world do you tell people on YouTube about places you're going to do demonstrations at? For what? Publicity? For what? You already have the publicity. The publicity is right there. The people that are coming off the street to see your technology is the publicity. So why do we need to advertise on YouTube? We don't need to advertise on YouTube what we have here. But something like that, we don't need to advertise that. People do that when they have something to prove. We don't have anything to prove. So now I have to figure out exactly what we're going to show off first. I think I'm going to do the screen paint first. I'm going to do the screen paint first. I'm going to get a white screen. I paint a nice little square in the middle of it. Hit it with our technology and show that our technology only works. We do that. That means we can literally get contracts for every single business in Allentown. Stores, restaurants, hotels, anything that uses a white screen. It'll be covered in black technology. Alright. So we got to get professional, them cans got to get professional labels, all that stuff on. And I got to talk to my buddy who works with AI. He's going to do an AI commercial that when it comes up and talks about our stuff and everything, he's going to advertise our stuff for us. We got an AI, artificial intelligent AI, that's going to talk about our stuff and what's it all about. That's all we needed. That was the final piece we needed. That's the final piece that we needed. We got it now. We have it. It's going to be a rough ride for you people who are suing at the end of the year, right? Hey, made all these lies up that we don't work. Let me understand this at the end of the day. What person who's out there scamming people gets a business license and then turns around and sets his stuff up at trade shows and goes around and shows his technology off everywhere? What person does that? And why do all my customers' demonstrations are better than y'all's? My customers' demonstrations are literally better than people who sell products. I don't see Screen Innovations customers outside showing those sea turtles. That'll be my customers that do that. Yeah, I don't think so. But they don't talk trash about us. It's the people below at the bottom, what do you call the bottom feeders? You guys talk trash because you don't have anything to show for it. And keep in mind, and always remember this, you gave me back my money. I gave you money, and you gave it back. And I have all your receipts that I can print up and show off anytime I want. As a matter of fact, I'm printing them up and I'm framing them in my new office with your names attached to it. You gave me back my money. Money for a company that's supposed to be such a scam. Why'd you give me back my money? It's not a lot of money they gave back. Fernando was $1,900. Rogers was $700. Yeah. Interesting story. So while you guys are sitting there frozen, once frozen, his business won't go anywhere at all, period, because everything on this site is literally a lawsuit. And the other guy doesn't even own his business. My friend actually owns his domain name. He bought us his trophy at the end of the day. You don't have nothing to show for it at home theater. And we're about to hit that next level, man. That exposure level, what we need, that's what we needed. That's where you make the money at. The trade shows is where the money's at. We're about to hit that level pretty soon. This technology down there, in front of all those people get to see that technology, yeah. That's it. We're done. We got our final piece. That's all we needed. That's pretty much all we need. Exposure. That's all the technology exposure. So the loans and stuff, we don't need them. We don't need none of them. I can deny all the loans, even though they're free of pay. I don't need them. For what? I can pay for that myself. It's like roughly like what, $300 a table? That's it. $50 for the initial fee. Please, that's easy. And we have all the technology here. We make a killing down there. We're going to have to get one of those machines that you slide credit cards through, definitely, because definitely quotas going to pop up on the table. Do you have any idea what the freaking Apex looks like in real life? Camera, like I said, does it no justice. Anyone that walks up past it, if you just stop and stare at it, it's really crazy looking. We can start filling orders for all the businesses down here. So I'm going to hire 2 representatives. Their jobs are basically, we go to the trade show, we record all that data. All that's for basically showing off to other businesses throughout Allentown on how our technology is received. How we can upgrade their white projector screens to much more advanced technology. We're going to get a lot of contracts. We're going to get city contracts. All I need is 1 school contract, that's it. I don't think I have a problem with that one. I'm done. I can do it myself. I don't need anyone who can do it. Literally myself. Now, other people saying that, yeah, you can do it too. But you have a problem at the end of the day. You can't operate in that environment. Usually, most people I see go to those shows, you have to darken your environment, you have to get beefy projectors just to make sure you work. We don't require all that. We can go in there with projectors that cost under $200. I guarantee most of the people in there were probably using some type of projector as a very expensive high-end model. I guarantee you. And we're going to walk in there with projectors of $200. We're sitting in a dark booth. We can put a 6000K halo system into our screens and producing a crazy image. So advertising doesn't cost you a lot of money. Customize paint the screen anywhere you want. Ambient projection, 100% contrast with the black, and on top of that picks up beautiful, outstanding colors. And we're going to do it all in 720p. Some kickball. And once ad tech is ready to go, that's the end of it. Wow. So much for trying to stop us, right? The people out there who try to stop me, so much, right? I tell you, you can't stop God's plan. You can't. It's going to happen one way or another. Oh, I'm happy. I've got my final puzzle, my final piece of the puzzle. We're done. Now, First thing they ask for is our office. We have an office. They ask for our license. We have a license. I have all that. Everything. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. Yeah! Man, I'm going to get to go buck wilder, man. When we tell you did some crazy stuff on YouTube, oh man, stuff is going to be, how wired the page will be insane. Oh, I definitely want to do a 200x screen spread in there. So we'll start off and see if the table's upgrade. I want the table upgrade. And we definitely need an area with a ton of light. They don't get the lighting we need, we'll bring it with us. Because we need more lighting for our screens. There's no other screens in there. I hope there isn't. I really hope there's no other screens in there with us, because that is not going to go well for them. Actually, it could go well for them. It's just a white projection screen company in there. They can buy our technology to upgrade their screens. Do you have any idea that a basic white projection screen company has white screens, right? They buy our technology. You know how fast their screens jump in value? Because their screens can take out anybody who paints or screen paint anything, they now have a screen that can take out high certified screens. So a company will come in and buy gallons and gallons with, I don't feel like doing that, but anyway, will buy gallons and gallons of it to paint over their screen. And once they paint it, they can convert that white screen, like we got the one over there in the corner, to a high performance screen. Which means now instead of them getting like $100 for it, they can get $2,000 for it. Because that's what that technology can do. So they're going to have to sign a contract with us to upgrade their stuff. And what we would have to do is we would have to engineer something different. They can't have the same stuff we have. That means anyone can do the same thing and cut into their profits. Which means we'd have to engineer something special for them. Thank goodness we developed technology under 20 minutes. Because we can also customization and engineer anything we want. Which means if they need something special, they'll have to have a contract through our company telling them that we're giving them the rights to be able to use our technology. Parts, a small part of it. And we can customize something for them that nobody else has. Those contracts go into millions of dollars. Oh, you know, it's funny because I'm sitting here trying to see the path. I'm trying to see the path. Like, Lord, where are we going with this technology? Where are we going with it? We know what we want to do with it. We know what we have to be with it. Where is the direction going? Where is it going? See, the website's not enough. YouTube publicity, not enough. Facebook, not enough. Instagram, TikTok, not enough. It's not enough for what we need. We need massive exposure for this tech. If we get the massive exposure, we can direct the tech where it needs to go. Where is the direction we need to go to get this exposure from? The Lord gave it to us today. Just contact them, just talk to them, just tell them what we do. They want us to come down, they got to see us in person. Or they're going to come here to the office and see it. They have to see it. They've never heard of a black screen before. But I told you before, most people have never even heard of black screens, ever. They're used to white screens. White screens, they've never seen a black screen before. Everyone we brought into this office, they stare at it because they don't believe they're black. They still can't baffle. I know how that feels like. Trust me, I know what it feels like. Oh, they're the same thing with black diamond technology. I see my screen being that dark. I'm like, how the freak is he getting at the white light? Yeah, this baffles you. Now when that image pops on, and one of the things they want to see the most, they want to see the comparison of how much we take away from a white screen. And you see what we do to white screens, right? I'm going to write my name K into a screen, and only we come up. When they see that massive difference, that massive change, this is when I tell you that in the day when you do the benefits of a white screen in your product, you have to show a massive difference, a massive change. Can't be turning out lights because they're already in the dark already with the white screen. So if you turn out the lights with the gray screen, how much of an improvement are you just showing them? Nothing. They're already in the dark as it is. Now, if you were able to turn on the lights with the gray screen and still pull the contrast and color and all that at 100%, they were like, ooh, hey, that's pretty cool. That's nice. That's what I want. But you've got to turn the lights out, you already lost. So we know you can't operate with the lights on. I know I've tested dozens and dozens of gray screens. You can't operate with lights on. This changes a lot of stuff now. So, they have these expos every month. I'm going every single month. Every single month going to Mexico. To show off our technology. We got so much stuff we want to show off. So much stuff we're going to show off. Man, the possibilities are endless. What we can do. We can show off the ad tech, the advertising through class. Especially, I want to do the demonstration. We have it on the wall, watching it. We can take it off the wall, take it outside, and watch a movie outside. The same movie, inside, outside, back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna see if we can get a glass window. We need a large glass window for ad tech to advertise ad tech capabilities. Thank you, Lord. We got our last piece. All I needed. There are investors that show up to these places. Big time investors, big companies. It's a tech company. It's a tech expo. So big companies like Sony, big companies that show up. You're gonna have Sony. You're gonna have Optima. You're gonna have big companies. They send people down to check these places out to find something new. I want to do business with Chrissy. That's the one. I love their projectors. I say any projector in the world, it'd be Chrissy. I love Chrissy projectors. Yeah, these tech companies have big people come, investors come. There's a lot of investors at these shows. And again, we're gonna clean up. Now, if anyone's thinking at the end of the day, is the price gonna jump by? Nah, that's the whole purpose we got in the business. We got in the business to develop technology at the end of the day that everybody can afford. As I said before, what's the point of having a future if you can't afford it? So our prices are going to be still reasonable so everybody can afford it. We're just going to get Lord's blessing us to get that massive exposure to hit a bigger field of people, to have the investors now in, to have companies come in and see our tech. Man, this is going to be great, man. The projector mapping application technology. I'm going to blast that with a fish tank outside with that tank. Ooh, that would be hot. You haven't done that one yet. I definitely want to do a 235.1 screen and basically make it look like there's liquid splashing back and forth in it. Definitely want to do that because I haven't done a 235 outside. But I definitely want to run a projector mapping equipment through glass outside. Because that's the hard thing about running projector mapping applications. Usually when they do it at nighttime because it doesn't show up in the day. We have that technology so we can run that outside. The possibilities are endless. I know they said they're upset. What are you mad about? Satan? That's why I call you that. Because you support the devil. That's why. What are you mad about? You didn't make it there. You didn't make it there because y'all cut corners. Y'all did stuff y'all shouldn't have did. That's why you didn't make it there. On top of that, you attacked the Christian. God can't bless your hand. He can't bless anything for you. He can't bless nothing for you at all, period. You attacked the Christians. Sorry, multiple Christians. You can get on your knees and ask the Lord for something. He's not going to give it to you. Because you attack his people. He can't bless you or give you if you're attacking his people. It ain't going to happen. At all, period. That's why I don't do the stuff that you do at the end of the day. I ain't trying to mess my blessings up. I'm trying to keep my blessings real with the Lord. I'm not trying to mess them up by entertaining you guys by doing y'all dumb shenanigans at the end of the day. I'm trying to keep it real with the Lord and do it the right way. Y'all can't be blessed. You got to get down and repent and ask for forgiveness. God can't give you anything at all. It's like me, if I go out and do all, I wouldn't dare do some dirty, snivy work at the end of the day to mess up my blessings with God. I'm praying to him for the things that we need. I'm going to go out there and do shitey, dirty stuff at the end of the day. You're crazy. That's why your hand can't be blessed. And I find it interesting how people think because if they make a few dollars, they think they're blessed. You're not blessed at the end of the day. You cursed yourself at the end of the day. God does not bless the wicked. Stop putting the word blessed because you're not blessed at the end of the day. You keep doing that, you're going to find out something you don't like at the end of the day. Lord will show you to stop saying that word over and over again and putting his name next to something that he does not support. Keep on saying that. See what happens to you. You'll find out some things you don't want to, at the end of the day. Don't keep doing that. Anything can happen. Illness, whatever can pop up. Something bad can happen. Car accident, whatever. Stop saying it. Don't put the Lord's name next to something. That's like somebody being a porn star and putting this in, oh, I'm blessed. Somebody going out and murdering people, oh, I'm blessed. Because I've never been caught yet, so I must be blessed. Somebody stealing, thou shalt not steal, 8th commandment, I'm blessed. No, don't say that, because that's going to get yourself in trouble that way. God doesn't like it when you take his name and attach it to something that involves Satan. That's not blessed. Stealing is not blessed. You got people out there making that statement that they're blessed and using God's good name to attach it to something evil. Do not attach God's name to evil. Misusing the name which is used for evil. Using God as a forgiving and merciful God. People who commit evil acts but say they're blessed. Yes, basically misrepresenting blessings. Yeah, it speaks of it. That such as found addresses the paradox of evildoers proposing and appearing blessed, which can be a source of confusion. Yeah, that's speaks of it in the Bible. That you can't take the word's name and say you're blessed. You're not. But when you pass off this earth, you'll see where you land at. Hot tamales. I haven't had this since I was a kid. Well, people, next month I'm going. Next month taking down my technology. They got to see everything that comes through. I mean, everything's legit. No, there any counterfeit crap going on. I'm not gonna fall. This is going to be major for my company. Oh, by the way, for individuals who called in and tried to make trouble for us, remember, God knows who you are. And the very thing you just spoke from your mouth is written in the book of judgment. Remember, you're not promised tomorrow. So, if you haven't picked up your cross and followed Jesus, and you happen to fall and die on this earth, you're going to burn for the rest of your life, for eternity, forever. For everything you do is written in that book of judgment. So in the end, when you carry out these acts, it doesn't faze a Christian, it doesn't. It doesn't touch us in any way whatsoever. You may think it does, but it doesn't. God protects his people. what I'm about to go through in the next couple of months. My company's going to blow up through the roof because, again, no one's ever seen this stuff before. The difference between me and most people down there, I'm pretty sure they've seen this stuff before. No one's ever seen my stuff like this before, ever. My stuff is a whole different category class by itself. So, yeah, it's designed to be successful. And mind you, all this stuff we have was made in 20 minutes. We have technology behind this technology and behind that technology, all ready to go. We just haven't had time to get around to. So, we're already, the Lord has already set the path for us already. You can follow Satan all you want. You can't do anything to us in any way whatsoever. He's got plans for you. I definitely know that for a fact. So, all that you've done, think about it. Look at all the time you wasted in campaigns and all the stuff you did. Look where you're at right now. We step foot in that expo. There's going to be investors in there, big companies in there, and those investors, when they see that type of technology, they're going to go back and tell other investors. Bigger companies are going to come down and see that tech for themselves. Wait, this is, and Mr. Bird's going to become a millionaire in no time at all. And you guys wasted your time following Satan, and you're in a situation now, you're going to lose everything because our lawyers are going to destroy you in court. And you can't back up what you said. But you know it's not going to go well. When you get your attorneys, let me know who they are. I'll invite them to the expo so they can see the technology for themselves. And then I'll hire them to sue you. Because that's what's going to happen. So, you wasted all that time. And where did it get you? Did you get rich off of it? No. That little bit of money Jamie makes over there, that's nothing. That's nothing at all. That's not money at all, period. That's pretty much, he's going to end up in jail. One of those companies, we're about to reach out to him, he's going to jail. And then you know who else is going to get involved in that? Homeland Security's got to get involved. The FBI's got, there's going to be a lot of people involved in this. So he's already got to look over his shoulder right now, every day right now, until something pops up. On top of that, the machines that he's running in the day, chances are there's a 100% chance he poisoned himself. So he's probably already got really bad lung damage. So, again, nothing to show for it. No future whatsoever. The other one, Rogers is an old man. Yeah, Rogers doesn't get his act together. Rogers 1 foot in the grave. If he don't get his act together and something happens and he hasn't picked up his cross and he spent his time prosecuting a Christian, he's going to pay for that. So are the rest of them. So the way I see it is when you come and attack me, it doesn't touch us at all, any way whatsoever. But what I know what happens to you is I know the game you're playing with. I know the devil who you're playing with. And I know what his plans were at the end of the day because his plans were the same for me too. But he didn't get me. But he got you already. So when you start playing that game, automatically you lost from the door. I'm gonna tell you how you lost from the door. You probably think you lost already because you've already invested in time in the devil. And I know what his plans are. His plans is to get rid of you as fast as he possibly can. Make sure you don't get saved. Make sure you don't find God. Get you off the earth as fast as you can so he can claim you. Mr. Williams too. Also too. So you've already lost already. The first time you picked up and you attacked me, you lost that quick. Number one, wasn't going to touch me. Number two, was going to touch you. And the devil's smart. At the end of the day, he knows at the end of the day that he can't touch me. He knows who protects me. But he knows that God doesn't protect you because at the time, how's God going to protect you, honestly? You're listening to Satan. God is trying to protect you. God tells you not to do it, and you do it anyway. So every time you do it, you enrich the devil's plans on killing you. So you're going to say that God protects someone when they're basically attacking a Christian. No. Because if you die, you go to hell. If you die and you go to heaven, you're going to go to hell. That's where you're going. God will warn you and tell you, hey, stop it. Don't do this. Stop doing this. This is wrong. You know this is wrong. You shouldn't do this. They're going to tell you that. And you'll listen to Satan and go out and do it. So the minute you threw that first spear automatically in the door, it didn't touch me. Because God protects me. He stood in front of me when it came down. So he said, okay, I'm going to give you a warning again. Stop doing it. And he kept telling y'all, stop doing it. But tell me the Lord didn't talk to you. If the Lord didn't talk to you, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble if you didn't hear the Lord's voice telling you it was wrong what you were doing. Because that means you're in a lot of trouble. It's God's not speaking to you. And if God's not speaking to you, you're in deep trouble. Because now the devil knows you're not protected. And he's going to come full force to come get you. So the Lord did talk to you. And the Lord did tell you it was wrong what you did to me. But you kept on doing it at the end of the day. So you entertained Satan. That's what you did. And what I see on my end is I see a dead man walking. That's what I see automatically from the door. That's why I keep saying to the day, stop listening to the devil, pick up your cross, and follow Jesus. And you don't listen. And you go and you follow the devil again and again and again and again and again. So in my world where I'm at right now, I'm good. The Lord's blessing us and taking care of us and things ready for us for the next level and the next stage, and we're about to reach this and reach that. And y'all section, y'all mad and angry because every time you turn around, you got a new screen paint. Every time you turn around, he's doing an insane demonstration, and we can too. Every time I turn around, he's out and us left and right, exposing us for who we are. Showing the devil how he works with you and exposing you to the internet. There's tons of information on you all over the internet, showing all your criminal activities. Yet you don't have nothing on me. You claim I'm a scammer? Sign my contract. You won't even sign my contract. You're afraid to sign it. You're afraid to go in court. Have a lawyer reach out to me. If I've been a scammer all this time, right, and somehow, for some reason, you knew I was a scammer when I did Digital One, but you didn't even know me then, but I was a scammer all this time, right, then how come I'm not in jail? How come no one sued me? No one person has ever taken me to court, ever. If all my stuff is fake, how do I have customers out there who are showing off my technology? Stores that show off my technology. How is that possible? Oh, they must all be in on it must be one big massive scam. Everybody must be in on it. You're going to sound crazy going 302 you and stick you in a little padded room. You're talking like that. Because you're 302 on that one. So how is it possible? So it must be true. So that means there's jealousy involved. That's what it is. It's jealousy because you're mad at the end of the day because you don't have what I have. And because you don't have what I have, let's figure a way to try to destroy his product so we can take it from him. And then that way we can continue to scam and do what we do. That's what you tried to do, right? What happened? Jamie, you lost your business, right? You go to your site right now. There's a 404 error code that pops up. Your site's not even there. There's nothing there at all, period. Like I said, my friend owns your domain name. Moving on to bigger and better things. What'd you move on to? Bigger criminal activity. Stealing from major companies that now there's a Facebook page on you. And there's a ton of information to law enforcement officers, immigration, ICE, all of it. There's tons of information about how people can reach out to report about you. Can you get a lawyer to remove that? No, you can't. You can't get it. What are you going to get? Call the police and say, hey, there's a guy who posted a Facebook page on me of me going in and using a 3D printer to rip off major companies and sell their products without permission. You can't tell them that. You'll go to jail. So if you can't tell them that, then that means you committed a crime, right? All right, then. I told you before, I gave you opportunity. I gave everybody opportunity. I said, hey, welcome to Baldwin Police Department. And explain to them, let's all see if your business is legit. No, you can't do that because you'll get arrested. That's why. So it means your business is not legit. Everybody knows if you basically copy a company, you know what happens after that. You get sued. So again, what makes you different from everybody else? All right, then, if that's the safe, then you're running an illegal business. On top of that, you don't have a license to sell in the state of California. Neither do you have zoning permit to do business in that building. Which reminds me, I had to call City Hall about that building, on that nonsense. Because again, you are running a business out of it. We got you several times in multiple videos claiming to have a business running out of it with the multiple machines you are running in there, and the storage unit where you're storing up their merchandise. We're gonna have City Hall involved in that pretty soon. I got to take care of that today also. But anyway, getting back to that, for the business, you should be able to operate any way you want. You should be. I can walk to the police station right now and say, hey, look, my name is Kenneth Bird. I develop a black screen paint that paints onto a wall, and It works 100%. I can even invite them down to go see it if they want to. I can do the demonstration there for them if they want. I can back it up 100%. Can you do that? Can't do it, can you? All right, then. That means your business is fake. That's why this stands for. So, you scammed a bunch of people on house paint. And what was the scam, people? The scam was Fernando went in and used high-powered machines, dark environments to manipulate the environment to make his customers believe that they were getting this high-powered improvement screen paint, and all they got was basic house paint. They paid $60 to $90 for basic house paint. That I can make. I can make your paint. I've done it multiple times. I even sent it to you. The other one, Rogers, made a paint that doesn't even exist. Has 2 gains on it. That's a joke. Range gain. More like the range gain. Asked him multiple times, can't back it up. You don't know what it is. It's not even black. It changes colors. One of the paints he made had water in it. A lot of water. Like 16 ounces of water. But technically the customer was getting 16 ounces of paint, and the other half was water. He doesn't know what he's doing. I think he might have dementia. I really do. I think he's losing his mind. Anyway, so, yeah. And if the product was so good, why'd you give me back my money? You gave me back my money on everything. Even shut down states because you're afraid of us. That does not kind of screen a company that basically is designed to do business with big dogs. Jamie did the same thing too. Wrote me a email, which I have. I'm going to frame it. Telling me to buy whatever I wanted. I did. I mean, you cried on all the receipts. Every receipt you cried on. They're posted everywhere. People laugh at them things at the end of the day. Then you went through all that. Remember the statement you made in the garage? Be very careful about the very things you say because they can turn around and you can become that. You said in the garage, as I sat there on that bench, and the Lord talked to me, because you don't hear that, He doesn't speak to you. He spoke to me on that topic. And He said, where would you like to go? And I said, I don't want to go back to the apartment. I don't like it there. I'll take the garage. And I said, so be it. So just to make sure that I was 100% about this, I was $400 short on my rent for the apartment. No sooner than I got a bing bing, my account hit. $700 on my account. $1,700. Lord said, again, are you sure this is what you want? I can send you back. You can pay your rent just like that. Or you can go to this spot here. And I said, I don't want to go back there anymore. I don't like that place anymore. I want to go to the garage. And the Lord said, so be it. So I went to the garage. When I walked in the garage, the Lord said, this is how you're going to set this whole entire place up. This is how you're going to insulate it. This is how you're going to do this and do that and do that. The crickets were making so much noise. The Lord didn't get rid of the crickets. This is what you're going to do. You're going to mix this together. I can't be around chemicals because of my lungs. You're going to mix this together. Killed every single cricket. You didn't hear nothing in that place when the Lord got done with that place. Nothing. There was no crickets in my yard. There was no crickets in the neighbor yard. And the yard before that, they were gone. Where that section was at, they were gone. Lord showed me how to insulate the place. Everything. You go to school for any of that. And I remember Fernando sending me an email, sending me, ha ha ha, I know where you're at. I know where you're at, this, that, and the other. I know where you're at. Stalking me. And then turned around and made a statement to me by saying that, the Lord heard you said all that. You went through 15 years of all that to end up in a garage. That's what you said, right? Lord heard that. You were not with me when my Lord first came to me and gave me the idea for the screen paint. You were not there. And all the different levels of screen paints that the Lord blessed me to be able to make, you weren't there. When the Lord gave me all those blessings, you weren't there. But you're the first person to judge me and said in the day that my products are scams and ripoffs. So if you call my products scams and ripoff, you call God a scam and a ripoff. That's exactly what you did. Oh, cool. Let me post her on Facebook. Post a crazy on Facebook. So you said out of your mouth, you said, wow, all that work to end up in the garage. That's what you said, right? Interesting. So you're saying that God wasted his time. That's what you stated. Because you said all that work, right? It wasn't my work at the end of the day, Fernando. It was God's work. Because God is the one who blessed me with the ability to be able to do all that. So when you said that, you basically said nasty things about the Lord, and you said nasty things about me. Because God is the one who blessed me with the technology. So, with that being said, your business could have been successful if you did things the right way, but you chose not to do things the right way. You chose to lie, scam, rip people off, and attack other people at the end of the day to try to make their products look bad because you were jealous of their products. So, as you said, all that work to end up to that. So that means that all the time, the money you spent on projectors, the money you spent on the paint, the money that you spent on your website, the money you spent on your Facebook page, all that work that you put into came down to nothing. Which means he lost the website, he lost the Facebook page, he lost the eBay listing multiple times, and all his products now are out of that house paint. All that time you put in it for nothing. And then to end up in a situation where you're still breaking the law, where you're ripping off companies. What does the Bible say about messing with a Christian's blessings? People who slander a Christian's blessings. Let's see. People who slander a Christian's blessings are viewed as antagonists in a destructive sin. It's a destructive sin. It's a very dangerous sin. So people who slander a Christian's blessing, engaging in a destructive sin that is condemned in the Bible. And that's what you guys did to me. You guys slandered my blessings, and that's what you did. So, whether you try to run from it or not, you can't, but just what you did. You slandered my blessings. The Lord is the one who blessed me with that technology. The Lord is the one who gave me the ability to be able to make these products at the end of the day. And you guys went in and said all kinds of nasty things about my work, and you said it was a scam and a ripoff. So you have actually committed a destructive sin. And that destructive sin is slandering a Christian's blessings. I want to read more on that too, on top of that. Yep, I was right on that. It says right here at the bottom, it says right here that God's kingdom and may be described as being motivated by demonic influences rather than God's spirit. I literally sat there and said that about basically that they serve the devil. It's right there. It's called slandering a Christian's blessings. That's what you did to me. So it's called, it's engaging in a destructive sin that is condemned in the Bible. And that's what you guys did to me. And it says right here that God's kingdom may be described as being motivated by, okay, that you're motivated. See right here? It describes as being motivated by demonic influence rather than God's spirit. That means when you attacked me, you entertained the devil. That's what you did. You're in deep trouble. Do you understand what you entertained? That's why I told you today. Mr. Williams, at the end of the day, has entertained the devil on so many levels, it's not even funny. Dangerous, extremely dangerous. He openly attacked the Christian. And not only that, you openly attacked Christians, which he attacked multiple Christians. Very dangerous. Right here. So, this is the biblical view of slanderers. This is a commandment by God. The Bible views slander as a serious sin that can lead to destructive. Let me see where it's right. Can lead to can lead to destruction, and has stated curses for those who practice it. I sat there and said it at the end of the day. And you guys went out there and attacked. Mind you, when these people attacked me, they attacked my mother. They attacked my family. They have spread all kinds of nasty rumors on me on YouTube, saying that I was a scammer, I was a ripoff artist, that I was selling nothing more than black paint. They said that I was delusional, that I was crazy. They said all kinds of nasty things about me. And you guys have gotten yourself in some very serious things. That's why they can't stay in the room. They can't stay in the room because they're scared. They can't stay in the room because they know they committed this act. That's why they're scared. They were just here a few minutes ago, they left, and that's the reason why they left. Because, again, they don't understand the road that you took. You attacked a Christian. That's what you did. I'm a Christian man. I serve God. My business, powered by God. Everything I have comes from Jesus. Even down to my computers, everything I have, all this is all Jesus. It belongs to God. And when you guys came in, as in that guy called himself the PC King, or he called himself today, called himself coming in and slandering what I was blessed to have, you had opened up a very dangerous doorway. Now, if I'm sitting on camera and I'm telling you, hey, look, all my stuff comes from God, we're blessed, and the Lord's blessed us, and you come along and you slander my work, you slander also God, too, in the process. You guys are in, very serious danger. Now, you may think at the end of the day, oh my God, I don't have, no. You have something far worse than a man. You have a demon. Demons with an S. There's a lot of them. That's what you basically have on your back right now. And you need God to protect you. But you slandered his people. That's what you did. You read in the Bible what it says about slander. The biblical view of slander of God's commandment. And you read what it says in there at the end of the day. Unrighteous slander. It's listed among ungodly behavior such as theft. Prevents a person from entering the kingdom of God, which means you can't go to heaven. Gentlemen, you die off this earth with this on top of your head, this is going to be a problem at the end of the day. It's demonic influence. I told you that from the door that they're following Satan. according to the book of James, the practice of slander is considered demonic. Whether you like it or not, you can run all you want. You can't run from God's word. It says it right there. Demonic influencers. That's the devil talking to you, telling you to do those things. According to the book of James, practice of slander is considered demonic, suggesting that those who slander are being led by demonic influencers. That's Satan and the devil and his demons. I told you at the end of the day, what did I say to you? When they start talking to you and you start carrying out their acts, you have invited things that will be around you and do not refuse to leave. Once they know that they can get their claws into you, they are very hard to get rid of. And the only way you can get rid of them is you have to repent, fall before the Lord, and pick up your cross. If you don't, they're going to kill you. And Mr. Williams is in deep, because Mr. Williams posed as a minister. Yeah, he really messed up. This is also from slandering Christians. This is why I'm very careful about words I choose from my mouth. If I say your product is fake, I have to have proof that that product is fake. That's why we buy it, test it, go through all the things we have to go through, and make sure we 100% we know what we're talking about. Top of that can get me sued. But mostly, more important to get sued, it can mess with my salvation with God. And I'm not trying to mess with that with nobody. So if I say I got proof on you, I can post that proof on you, and you can't remove that proof because that proof is true. You can't go to any lawyer, you can't go to any police and say, hey, look, what he has against me is false. Because I guarantee you, what I have on you will stand in court. Because it'll show you in the video doing the act. Yeah? I told y'all from the door. And y'all was laughing about it. I probably y'all laughing about it. Yeah, you don't know what he's talking about it. It's right here in the Bible. It talks about slander. And especially if you're slandering Christians. So that means that everything I talked about, my PCs, when PC King, whatever guy called himself, came in and started saying my stuff was junk and trash and whatever, you're talking to God at the end of the day, because God is the one who gave me the technology and the ability to make this stuff. All my blessings come from him. All my screen paints, everything I engineer, everything I make, all comes from God. And even though we kept saying it over and over again, it's from God, it's from God, watch what you say, it's from God, y'all just kept going and going and going at it. Gentlemen, it isn't the things in this world you have to worry about. It's the life afterwards is what you're going to have to worry about. And again, as I said before, no man knows when his time comes. If you happen to fall today or tomorrow, God forbid, you're going to hell. And those demons that were speaking to you and telling you to do those things, you're going to meet them. And trust me, you don't want to go down that road. Biblical view of slander. The view of slander. Slander is a serious sin that can lead to destruction. And has stated curses for those who practice it. You curse yourself. Remember when I said that? You have cursed yourself? That's why when you were doing all that stuff against me, I knew your outcome already. I knew what was happening to you. When you were attacking me, my Lord protects me. Ain't nothing you can do to hurt me at the end of the day. I put my faith with God. But when you were carrying on and acting that way, you were making your bed with the devil. Demonic influencers. That's what you're playing around with. According to the book of James, the practice of slander is considered to be demonic, suggesting that those who slandered are being led by demonic influencers, not the Holy Spirit. So you're being led by Satan. Who else would have Mr. Williams stripped down half naked and send postcards of himself all through the mail? God doesn't do that. That'll be the devil. Jamie went on his channel and said multiple times that we were scammers and rip-off artists. Even went in and put black paint over top art. Who told you to do that? God didn't tell you to do that. The devil told you to do that. The devil gave you the idea to go in and put black paint on that container, in that container, put the guy's label on it, and I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna tell people that his product is fake, not to buy from him. He's a scammer. Devil told you to do that whole thing. It means your influencer was Satan. When you touched our copyrighted material and we said it was copyrighted, you knew it was copyrighted. You went in anyway and did it because the devil told you to do it. It means you had an influencer, which Satan was telling you to do that. You were involved with demons. See, gentlemen, you're already in bed with demons at the end of the day. And you had the nerve to walk into a church, knowing that you influence yourself with Satan, had the nerve to walk into a church and rip off a church while you're in there. Did you tell the church at the end of the day that the product you were selling them had a high possibility of matching house paint? Did you show them that? And then sat there and said, "Oh, the lights on?" You know the lights were on. We all know the lights weren't on. It looked better once we calibrated. You knew that paint wasn't going to work. You knew 100% there was nothing special about that paint. That paint was nothing more than just everyday house paint. That's all it was. But you went there, I bet you lied to that priest at the end of the day, or wherever he's reverend, wherever he is, you lied to him, told him that paint was something special. You did. You lied to him. The customer whose screen you washed out, you lied to him too, right? You told him the paint was something special. So every time you sold that paint, you had a satanic influencer that you listen to tell you these lies on the phone. And you listen every single time. The same satanic influencer, demons, that now you follow for stealing other people's stuff. Because you see, it never ends. It doesn't end, because they'll have you doing one dirty deed, and when that deed runs out, let's find something else for him to do. And that's what they did. They got him with a 3D printer, and they got him printing out licensed, copyright, patent, trademark materials and selling them. Is that of God? So if that's not of God, and you have a habit of saying you're blessed, and it says right here that this is involved demonic influencers. Because God didn't tell you to do that. God told you, you're going to tell me God told you to use your 3D printer to go out and print licensed material and sell it without the permission or paying for those who both that material belongs to? That would be God going against his own word. He goes against the 8th commandment. That means we can't trust God, because God is a person that can go back on his word, so we can't trust him. But we can trust God because he doesn't go back on his own word. So 8th commandment is thou shalt not steal. And it's right there in the Bible. And you put blessed there. So how can you put blessed next to something when you were listening to a demonic influencer? Then it means you're not blessed. It means you're cursed. Because it says right here, you're cursed. McAfee. You mentioned my name most of the time in videos. You did videos claiming that you've got products from me. You printed out fake receipts. Who told you to print out a fake receipt? God didn't tell you to do that. Satan told you to do it, right? And you listen, right? When that demonic spirit came over top of you, you listen, right? He's the one that gave you the idea, and you thought, oh, it'd be a fantastic idea. No one will know. God knew. God knew everything you did. When you took your face right next to those receipts, Satan said, put your face right next to the receipts. Take the picture. You took the picture, right? God knew what you did. And then when we busted you, you deleted every single video because you was running. Satan said, really? Delete videos. Too late. We're recording. We're recording and deleting every single video, trying to hide it. So you went on there, influencer demon that was in Jamie transferred to you, and now you have that demon in your house. Because you were in your house when you committed that act, right? So guess what that demon was at? In your house, in your home. So now you're doing acts with the devil. And then that demon and demons over to Mr. Rogers. Rogers acts with the devil. Because Rogers was making statements about how we're fake, we're phonies and scammers and rip-off artists and all these things. Yeah. So then that demon transferred over to Rogers. No, Rogers, sorry, Williams. And Williams, the demon was already there to begin with. Like, oh, I've already been here. You know why? Because Williams was over there posing as a priest or a rabbi, as a priest or a reverend, and was taking money from people using Cash App and PayPal, claiming to be something that he wasn't. Contacted our company, claiming that he was a minister, which we had to show the FBI on that. Impersonating a minister. and calling us demons, that I was a demon and I followed Satan. That's what you said, right? So you call a Christian, a man of God who follows God, a person that's influenced by Satan when you were influenced by Satan yourself. Now, when you said that, you think the Lord was going to stand for that? You think the Lord was going to stand for you, Williams, Derek Franklin Williams III? Do you think that the Lord was going to stand for you calling his servant an influencer with the devil? So you know what the Lord did? He exposed you. He exposed you that you're not a preacher. You're not a priest. You're not a minister. So he exposed you on that one. He exposed you at the end of the day that you were stealing money from people claiming to take monthly donations on somebody that you're not. Exposed you on that. He exposed you that you do not usher and help people walk to find God, because he exposed you on the nasty emails we received from you, cursing and carrying on. That how in the world would that be from God? You call yourself a man of God. How is cursing from God? Cursing from the devil. It's not from God. Curse, not cursing. So, and then you want to step farther. He exposed the kind of person that you really are by showing what you are, and you sent half-naked pictures of yourself all over the internet. So, he put you out in the open, which means you were influenced by a demon. Now, they might want to make it sound like, well, I was influenced by a demon, and I had no control. You do have control, because that's why God is there. So you can't use that at all. That's your demon possessed, and you're not demon possessed. If you're demon possessed, you wouldn't be in your right mind. You'd be mad. So you do know, because the Lord talked to you. All those times, gentlemen, that all those acts you committed, the Lord talked to you every single time and told you, don't do this. And he did it anyway. So right here, it says, this is a slander, right? This is what you would be sued for in court. You will be sued for in court. It's slander. And this is the consequences of slander. Consequences, according to the biblical, slander can lead to a separation, strife, and a loss of trust among people and God. Among people and God. Those people don't trust you anymore. Because, Jamie, you ripped off all your followers. You stole from them. You even went and lied about moving. That's also too. Lying and all that stuff like that. Demon told you to do that, right? Move all your stuff around and set everything up and make people believe that, yeah, that's a demon influencer. That's what it is. I mean, you also trust your customers. Only people that follow you now are people that basically that are involved in whatever that thing is involved with you. And then whatchamacallit, your followers at the end of the day, again, seeing all the evil acts that you do. If you see the devil in the middle of the street, you're going to go follow him? No, you're going to go in another direction. So what people would follow the demon at the end of the day? People that are basically influenced by demons. That's why. God will hold you, individuals, accountable for your words. Says it right there. Consequences, according to the Bible. Slander could lead to separation of loss of trust among people and God. See right there it says? Will hold you individually accountable for the words. You didn't just it's wrong to slander anybody, it is. But you slandered a Christian. And you went in and said online, my Lord's blessings. You took my Lord's blessings and said, oh, they're scams and they're fakes. Neighbor next door, demonic influencer. Now, I'm explaining to you about demons. Demons can transfer to anything. That's why they tell you, at the end of the day, if you get antiques or anything, pray over it. Pray over everything. You get mail, you pray over it. Because it can transfer to anything. Not transfer into, transfer onto anything. I wouldn't dare. Any package that came from Jamie, we prayed over it. We prayed over anything that came from it. We prayed over it. Because we knew it was in them. Let me see. Unrighteous and demonic influences. According to the book of James, the practice of slander is considered to be demonic. Right there. Book of James. What does it say? Demonic influencers. are being led by demonic influencers, not by the Holy Spirit. And you have a nerve of saying on your site blessed? You're saying you're blessed. So it's not going well for you guys at the end of the day. Williams is really, he's going mad. If he wasn't there already, but look at the weird stuff he's doing at the end of the day. And the devil has got him now in a situation where he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Fernando, where did the devil get you at the end of the day? You said you're blessed, right? You're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. Rogers didn't do that much dumb stuff at the end of the day, but Rogers is getting sued. Rogers is about to become poor. Because again, they're going to sue him for everything he has. You can't use my face without my permission, buddy. You already know the rules behind that one, right? And recently when you did was you and McAfee went out there and got some scheme together for making some false accusations about my product, claiming that my product came out dark and unwatchable when it really didn't, so I'm suing you both for that too also. And if we get you in federal court for fraud, we're going to get you 20 years. And then McAfee went in there and did all that dumb nonsense also, knowing he had a family to support, and he now is about to lose everything on that nonsense. So where did the devil get you at? The devil's going to make you penniless, broke, and throw you in jail. And if he gets you in jail, gentlemen, you're in a lot of trouble in there. Because again, that's where he's going to probably try to finish you. Most likely, that's where he's going to try to get rid of you, in there. He's going to try to get somebody in there to start with you, or pick with you, or something that he can do to get somebody to take your life. Because again, as I said before, you're no good here. If you basically get baptized and you get saved in there and you get your life together and you pick up your cross and follow Jesus, you know he lost you at the end of the day. Even in there, he lost you. So he has to figure a way how to execute you as fast as possible so he can get you on the other side. You belong to him 100%. God can't do anything about it because that's the rules. God can't say we want you on the other side. God even says in the Bible that the opportunity for mercy and salvation ends when you die. If you die and you have not picked up your cross, you're going to hell. You mean to look that up for you? If you don't believe me on that one? If you have not believed in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you are condemned to hell. John 3:18. He that believes on me is not condemned. But he that believes not is condemned. Now, you can sit there and say, well, I believe in God. Well, if you believe in God, you wouldn't allow the devil to influence you that way, would you? Because Christians, at the end of the day, we don't entertain that mess. You know why? Because we know exactly what that thing is at the end of the day. We don't want nothing to do with it. Did I act like you guys did? I know people at the end of the day. I told you, I know a lot of interesting people. People that I can literally get this mess cleaned up real quick. I can make a phone call right now and get it cleaned up. And people owe me. Did I contact? No, I don't get involved in that. That's Satan at the end of the day. Oh, heck no. I'm not going near that. A 10-foot pole. You guys attack me over and over and over again. Over and over again. Did I make any phone calls? Did I make a phone? No, I did not. I didn't do anything whatsoever. Did I come in there myself? No, I didn't do it myself either. Did I lash out on camera and say, I'm going to kill you and murder and well? I didn't say nothing like that whatsoever. Not a thing. And you guys did all kinds of dirty stuff to me. Not once did I ever come out and say anything like that. You made threats about coming down to my property and come to see me. All I said the other day, I'm licensed to Gary. I'm trained, hand-to-hand combat. I'm protected by Jesus. So, never made any statement like that whatsoever. And you tried everything you could possibly. Take pictures of the outside of my building and all kinds of stuff. You made show people where my cat was sitting at, all kinds of stuff. So, with that being said, and I didn't act the way I could have acted easily, and I gave it all to God every single time. I gave it to him. You guys kept attacking me. Nothing happened to me. I'm still here, right? Because God protects me, that's why. Well, look what's happening to you. So with that being said, that a true Christian at the end of the day doesn't engage in that kind of nonsense because he knows what that nonsense is. That's the devil. And we stay far away from him. We want to be as close to God as we possibly can. A Christian that's engaging into a demonic influencer, that's a person who's not saved. That's a person who is following the devil. And if you already know, as a Christian, what the devil is and what he stands for, you will have no part of him at all whatsoever. That's why I have to catch myself. If I come too close to me and I cut myself some out, and I catch myself, I know that's Satan that quick. Coming into me that fast, trying to talk through me tomorrow. Oh, I should do that. No. I'm not entertaining it. That's when I pray and give it to God. Sorry, people, I lost my temper, so and so and so. I pray and give it to God. Because I know if I let that fester, the devil will come in and keep pushing on that and pushing on that and pushing that, because that's what he does. See, gentlemen, I learned things in my life as being a Christian man that I see right now today. You are caught up in the world of the devil. I've seen it. I've heard him talk to me. Crystal clear, just like I'm talking to you right now. I felt the tug of war in my body at the end of the day of fighting the demon of keeping from doing something destructive and losing my soul, or basically crying out to God to save me from what I'm about to do. I've been down that road before. And once you see that tug of war from the outside, you see both of them going back and forth. You go, my God, it's a constant war going on. You see the devil for what he is. Now, I take everything I've been blessed to go through in my life. I take it with me because it's my armor that teaches me to deal with the devil. You have no idea what you entertained. You think at the end of the day I say this to scare you. You should be scared. You should be very scared. And if you're not, you're a fool. You have no idea what you're dealing with. And you need God. You need God in every inch of your life on what's hunting you every single day, what's watching you every single day. And it's not just watching you, it's watching your whole family, it's watching your kids, it's watching everything. All of it he wants to take from you because he wants to claim. Each one of them have a soul. He wants it. He wants them all to burn just like he's going to burn. He's not your friend. He's not your buddy. His job is to figure out how to kill you. Any means necessary. And you played a very dangerous game. I feel sorry for you. I do. I really do. I have no hatred for you. I don't give them an opportunity. I told you, I don't give them an opportunity. I was that person at one point. I was a person filled with hatred. Hatred every single day. Wake up in the morning hating people. Go to sleep hating people. Hate. I fed off of hate. The energy from hate. This is fuel from the devil. That's all it is. So I'll tell you something real short before I leave. I had this story before, but it's a real good one too on top of that. And I got a chance to witness that part of seeing the devil on a different side. On how he can talk to you and that tug of war goes on in your head. And how he'll mess with you and that tug of war goes on in your head. To try to do the right thing when the devil's pushing you to do the wrong thing. So I had a neighbor a long time ago. He's passed on, he's died. He's a neighbor, and we had problems. He's a big guy, very big guy. And he drove a truck that was supposed to be at a certain place, but he kind of came home and ate and kind of abused his privileges. But that's between him and God. That was none of my business to get involved in that. I had cameras outside my building, and I thought it'd be, there's a devil, popped into me that fast. Now, I'm supposed to be a Christian man, listen to the Bible and reading the Bible and listening to Christian music, but I didn't like this guy at all. Now, I should have prayed there on the spot and asked the Lord to take it from me. But I didn't. I kept it. And that was dangerous. Because now the devil had a way in. And the devil says, how about you record his truck, get that license plate, and you send that back to his job, get him fired. He don't have no job, he don't support anything, and he'll have to move out of that house next door. You can get rid of him once and for all. And that's what I did. I listened to the devil, and that's what I did. Now, of course, when you're coming up on the porch, you cannot see my cameras. And of course, you can put two and two together and know where they came from. So I'm outside, and he gets out of the truck. He comes running up to me. And as I started pushing back, I basically fell, but I hit my door and my two pit bulls came out. And now my two pit bulls were off the porch chasing him. Could have killed him. Could have died. These dogs are trained, those particular two would have killed him. He was able to jump up on someone's car. I was able to get to him and bring him back to the house. Now imagine if he had tripped. That dog would have went straight for his throat, would have ripped his throat clean out. Now I had a body on my hands. The dogs would have been put down. I'm going to jail. I definitely know that. And the devil would have won. But it didn't happen. Lord was still watching over me as I was doing dumb stuff. So I got the dogs off, got them back in the house. Now I'm upset and I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm even madder because he touched me. When I fell, I had to fall to get away from me, and the devil came and said, look, at the end of the day, he knocked you down at the end of the day. You got to do something about that. Call one of your family members. Have them come down there and finish the job. See? But I'm the one who triggered the whole thing. If I didn't listen to the devil to begin with, none of this would have ever happened. If I had gave the glory to God and said, Lord, please take this away from me, he would have never been able to enter me and cause all that trouble. Now the devil's got me angry. And he's playing that over and over again. Me falling down, me falling down, me falling down. It's in my head. And I see it in my sleep. And I see it in the morning. And it's all day, non-stop, pushing. And now I'm retaliating. Now I'm turning, I got this amazing, insane stereo system, and I push all the speakers up to where his wall's at, knowing it's going to transfer sound through. He can't come over, he's scared to death of my dogs. And I'm blasting that music through, day and night, disrupting his sleep and everything, making his life miserable. And I know the Lord's telling me, stop it. And I keep doing it. And then I'm sitting there in the bathroom, and this is where it begins. Well, I know this is wrong. I'm tired of it. I can't take this no more. I can't take this sinning against God anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't. And the devil's telling me, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? You got to keep this going. You can't let up on this. And I get to the point where I basically said, I'm not doing this anymore. What I need to do, Lord, to make this go away? And Lord said, go apologize. You caused this mess. It's your fault. You should have left it alone. You had no right calling his job. You were wrong on this. You go out there and you apologize. And here comes pride in me now. The devil said, you can't go out there. You go out there and tell me you apologize, you're going to be weak. You let him know you're weak at the end of the day. He's going to run over top of you anytime he wants to. The Lord says, I protect you. You go out there and do what you're supposed to do. Now, as I got up from the bathroom to get cleaned up and to walk out the door, I could feel my legs slowing down. I could feel the part of me on one half where the devil's raging on one side, talking about, better not, don't do this. You'll be a coward. He's gonna think you're a coward. He's gonna laugh at you. Just slow it down. Stop it. And the Lord was saying, push forward. And I'm pushing. And it literally felt like something was holding me back. That's what it felt like. Something else, Satan, trying to hold me back. But when I got outside and I stepped out there, I saw him on the banister. And I said, my man, my bad. I called. I apologize. It was my fault. Can you forgive me? And he looked down. He was mad and upset because I triggered a mess for him. And he looked down because the Lord speak to him too. The Lord's talking to him, and the devil's talking to him also. The devil's in his body talking about, no, don't accept this apology. Don't get involved in that. You go take care of that business. You take what you got to do. See how bad Satan is? And the Lord's saying, no, it's going to end now. That's the end of it. And the guy looked over the side and said, all right, we good. But, don't speak to me. Don't say nothing to me. You know what I mean? Just stay away from me. And I was like, fine, okay, cool. And that was in it. You know that when I walked in the house, that demon left? I didn't hear from him, nothing all day. I felt happy. I went back to playing my Christian music, moved all my speakers over the other side, turned down the bass, that big subs, turned all the bass down, did all that. I was happy. Wasn't happy when that demon was messing with me. That's what you guys are going through. You're in a war with Satan. But the thing about it is, the more and more you listen to him, the more and more you follow down that path, the more dangerous it becomes. The Lord allowed me to catch that before it got even worse. Now mind you, he came after me because I called on his job. And he went to go grab me, and I opened up a door and let two big pit bulls out, and I could have commanded them to come back, but I didn't. I kept my mouth shut, thinking that if he tripped, then, it happens, he would attack me. I'm just on my porch with all these cameras, and that's what I'm gonna tell the police, and, I was defending myself. See how correct fast Satan works? Don't have me lie on top of a lie on top of a lie. And then fill me full of hatred that I'm fighting every day, and I can feel the Lord telling me, no, 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 no. And I finally click in and listen to God, and I can feel the devil pulling on me, and that one side is pulling on me, make me come back. And the minute I went in and I said, sorry, he left. Prayed, put it in God's hands, and it was in me. The interesting thing about it is that many years later, his grandma was out there walking around there in the freezing cold when I came back from our family get-together for Thanksgiving. Now, none of their family member treated me right at all. They all treated me nasty, all of them. Now, I saw her out there in that freezing cold weather. I could have just looked at her and said, you know what? Let her die. I mean, that's my problem at the end of the day. The people treated me awful. But I didn't. Because that wouldn't be the right Christian's way to do. There were two crack kids in front of her trying to get into her house and steal her belongings. And she had Alzheimer's. She wasn't all there. And they were trying to convince her that they were family members. And I walked up and said, yo, what you doing to my grandma? Yo, back it up, back it up. That's your people. That's my people at the end of the day. Go somewhere. And they moved on. So I had to call 911. And 911 came and I explained to them everything that was happening. So I sat out there in the cold, went upstairs and got a blanket, covered her up. And then when the 911 got there, I don't know why, maybe it was just her time, but they put her back in the cold house. And she died in her sleep. Hypothermia. And that woman was a very evil woman. Did a lot of evil things. She's not in a good place right now. So when he came back and found out what I did, he came across the street and said, you know, much respect, man. Thank you for trying to take care of my grandmother, so and so and so. You know what I mean? And we became friends after that. And later on, he died of COVID. And he was a man who didn't carry his cross either. He wasn't with God either. So I know where he's at. You know, when she passed away, for about a moment, something entered into the room. It was her. She was in the room. And she was terrified. She was so terrified, I had tears coming down my eyes. I could feel her spirit in the room. She went to a place she didn't want to be at. And I could feel that. I could feel where she got the terror that where she was at. And she was asking for forgiveness. And I said, I forgave you already. And it was such a terrifying place. Do you know, I asked the Lord to take 1 year of my life to give to her so she can come back, which we know is impossible. But that's what I asked, so she can have a chance to be saved. But no, it ain't gonna happen. She chose what she chose. Just like the rich man and the poor man. He asked the angel if he can go back and tell his brothers of this horrible place, and he said, I can't. What you choose is what you choose. So gentlemen, you have put yourself in a very dangerous situation. Don't worry about the lawyers. Don't worry about the lawsuits and the prison time. Don't worry about that. You got bigger problems to worry about. You got to worry about where you're going to go in the next life. That's what you have to worry about. Well, I'm happy because my Lord has already set our path. I get to take his blessings, take it to the next level. And yes, everywhere I go, every expo, every show I go, everybody will know at the end of the day that all our technology comes from God. We deny him we don't deny him at all. Never going to be that high up on the ladder and sit there and say, oh, I did it myself. Ain't never going to happen. All of it belongs to God. So that's why I said in the long run, when you first threw that first spear at me to attack me, you missed. There's no way in the way you're going to be able to hit me. I'm protected by God. I can be at my lowest moment, and I still, you can't touch me because I'm protected by Jesus. So, even being in the garage, going from a house to a garage, and then I feel that it was like something like where It was a forced decision. It was a forced decision. I could have went back to the apartment if I wanted to. It was a decision I made for myself. But you guys went online and made it look like that. Oh, look at him now. He's living in a garage. He lost everything. Now look at the situation you're in. Jamie made the statement and said that, all that work, and look what his business ended up to be. All that work, Fernando, and you lost everything. You lost your business. And now the very business that you claim you run has poisoned you, and I know it has. Your lungs are poisoned. Sad but true. It's in the process of having you evicted out of your unit, or, even far worse, immigration. Because you broke a serious law, a couple of very serious laws that put you under their target. So you don't have a future at all, period. Future, well, you can have a future besides God, but the way he's going at the end of the day, man, it's a bit of a shame. I would never say that he can't find God, because we have people in my old neighborhood, way back. A God that basically everybody said the same thing. Two things going to happen to that fellow: dead or jail, dead or jail. Everybody kept saying the same thing. He became a priest. He was a priest. There was a guy who was actually very, extremely high-level drug dealer. High-level drug dealer. Went to Colombia to pick up all his goods. High-level drug dealer. I told you, I know people. He's a preacher. No, he's a Christian. Very serious, born-again Christian. And this is the person my mother tried to save several times. Sometimes something really, really, really bad has to happen to you to turn that corner. It's interesting in different ways, it really is. Sometimes it's your time, and sometimes it's a time to change you, that God's calling you. It could be God calling you, or it could be your time. But he had to go through something really, really bad in his life. But he's now a man of God. I'm happy for him. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. Yeah, he had to go through something in life. Now he's a Christian now. Mom got a wish again. She prayed over him. Every day she prayed over him. Came up to the house a couple of times. He knew her family. They came up to the house a couple of times. With Corvettes, all this stuff. Guy's like freaking 18 years old driving a $50,000 car. It's a big time deal. And my mom said, I'm going to save you. You're going to be a saved man when I get done with you. Because now I'm Miss Payne, I don't be saved, I'm good, I'm happy with my life, so it's like, no. You need Jesus, you need him. Life ain't what you think it is. And she was trying to tell him, the devil and influencers was all around him. She was trying to tell him, they're going to try to kill you. They're going to come for you. They're going to try to kill you. You better find Jesus. You better run to him as fast as you can. I'm good. Okay. And something happened in his life. Whatever happened changed him, because last I found out about him, he's a Christian. Yeah. A Christian man now. Nothing to do with none of that life ever again. Don't know what happened. But I did something pretty bad. But usually that's how it ends up. The people that God's trying to get your attention. So who knows? Jamie could get saved. All of them can get saved. All of them can find God. That is possible. But also, too, the race is going to be at the end of the day that how long you got here. Because it could be today, it could be tomorrow, you can leave this world. And if you fall and you die, you never get a chance to get saved, you go to hell. Just like my buddy, that we were enemies at one point, he wasn't a Christian man when he died. One of my other friends who passed away and had a heart attack was not a Christian man either. He's in that place. I got two family members who passed away, grandkids, my mother's grandkids. They passed away and they weren't saved. And they're in that place. So you gotta get your act together, people. Alright, I am going to go figure out what our next level is going to, what stage is going to, because we already got the platform now. We got the platform. We got the expo. An electronic expo at that. So we gotta figure out what's the next. What we're gonna put in there. We're gonna put in our advertising. I want to use my $16 projector. I want to do that so bad. I want to dress my projectors up. I want to do some band-aids and stickers and stuff, something cool on them. You know what I mean? I want them to look professional. I want them to look really bottom dollar, old projector. Oh, I wonder if I can age a projector. I should do a paint job on the projector and make it like it's really old. Oh, that'd be fun. Which one do I turn old? I'm gonna do the Epson. I'm gonna make the Epson look old. I'm gonna give it an old look to it. Oh, it's gonna be fun. All right, I'm painting my Epson projector. I'm gonna make it look like it's old and rusted out. I'm using that in all my demonstration. I want people to think, excuse me, I want people to think that's an old busted up. It's an old projector anyway, but I'm gonna make it look really old. Epson, you're about to get a makeup job. I'm gonna make you look old and run down. I gotta go print me out some band-aids for my projector setup. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna use that for all my demonstrations. Old projector like this thing. I don't know, man. We found this like in the trash somewhere. You know. And, just wondered if there's work on our screen paint. Oh yeah. Let me get that projector. All right. I got a project to work on today. I'm making my Epson look old. Extra old. All right, people. That being said, I'm going to skip you today. I'm happy as can be. Lord gave us our new direction. So I'm happy about that. And where I'm going to be to go, I'm going to get plenty of exposure for the technology, which I needed so badly. And now we have it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for Facebook and all that on channel, but this is going to give me people that are going to come in and see it up front. And that's what I needed so badly. And now we have it. And we can also, too, like I said, the tables and stuff they have in there are very reasonable, so I can afford them, which is great. You know what I mean? Some places are like $800,000, $900,000. $2,000 a table, and it's very reasonable. So I cannot wait to basically show them what we have. We got to go in for interview and all that stuff. So I can't wait for that. Man, every we can show something cool like every freaking month. I'm going out every month and do something every different every time. I'm excited here. I'm excited about this. I can't wait. Okay, well, this is great. Gotta go. Thank you for your time. As I said before, seek God and be blessed. Oh, I'm gonna get on a t-shirt. Seek God and be blessed. I like that. Gotta go.